Hello, and welcome everybody to the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup series presented by PRA. I'm your host, Justin Phoenix, and tonight we are live on Grid Finder on YouTube, and we are live on PRA Network on Twitch. So we want to welcome everybody in on the broadcast. It looks like I will be alone in the broadcast booth again tonight. And this is race 4 of the Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series Season 2. And tonight we have a lot to talk about. And we're getting ready to have racing here in about 21 minutes. I apologize for the pause, but I'm looking at our provisionals for tonight. It looks like tonight we will not have JD Biddle. We won't have Matthew Bird, the second place in the points. We won't have Thomas Coonan, the guy who won the first 2 races of this season. And we won't have Chucky Walden tonight here at Chicagoland Speedway, Joliet, Illinois. Tonight's race, we will see some high-speed racing in these nostalgic cars. It's a Grid Finder. Shoot, it's the Gen 4. I was reading something. It's the Gen 4 Cup cars from NASCAR. These are the cars from the year, the late 90s, early 2000s, before the car of tomorrow. These cars are a beast to drive, and so tonight, some of the things we're going to look for are cars going sideways because literally, it's going to be. You're going to see a lot. If you see in-car views, you're going to see people turning right to go left. So this is going to be fun to watch. So far this season, we've had a lot of caution flags so far in the first 3 races. The first thing that we're going to do, though, is we're going to go over the point standings for tonight. And some of this will be a little... change a little because Matthew Bird's not going to be here and Thomas Coonan's not going to be here. And they're 2 of the top 5 championship contenders. So AJ Brandenburg was 2 points ahead of Matthew Bird going into the night. And if he makes the race, he will be going ahead of that, obviously. And Thomas Coonan was 4th. He was the points leader for the first 2 races of the season. But now he will drop down below the top 5, most likely. But the way we do it here in PRA, we have what's called the LPP system. It's last place points. So if you cannot make a race, you can sign up for last place points provisional. And what that does is gives you points as if you finished last place in the race. That's better than getting 0 points. But here's one thing. We've got the possibility that we're going to have more than 30 cars here tonight. It's possible. And so the more cars that are out there, the less points, the fewer points you will get for provisional. So that's kind of how that works here in PRA. And so we're going to see hopefully a lot of side-by-side action tonight. Right now, as you can see, Cody Johnson is the fastest in practice. That is awesome to see. That's the PRA car. And Don Schleem Jr. is 2nd so far. David Nannon 3rd. Let's see some of the action on the track. Sorry, got a message and I had to read it. We're going to go watch some of the action on the track. Here we go. This is just practice. So the bottom line here is going to be the dominant line for the later part of the runs, according to past history in the real race here in Chicagoland. But we got, so far, 24 people signed up in the sim. We had, our record at Daytona was 34. We kept that record the next week, and then last week we had 32. So we've had more than 30 cars on the track for all the races so far. Last week was Memorial Week, so we did not have a race. We don't race on holidays. We try not to anyway. Sometimes things get confused depending on the holidays. Thank you, Aaron Fontaine, for the information there. I was still showing the standings. We are looking at the number 24 car. I think that's the 24. Yep, that's Landon Lacey. Right on board with Landon Lacey. You're going to see the steering wheel turning a little bit to the left, but there's a whole lot of input that's going to be back to the right. It looks like he's got his car planted, though. Take a look at Shannon Milliken in the number 17 car. Looking good out there. Obey Your Thirst. Sprite car. He's number 4 on the grid right now during practice. We're going to see a lot of battles on the track tonight. It's going to be exciting. So we might see some tire management tonight, navigating the track, significant bumps. Turn 3 apparently has a few bumps to watch out for, which will unsettle the car. I'm not sure if that translates to the sim, but that is the actual Chicagoland information. On fresh tires, the low line is generally the fastest way around the track. As the run progresses, the grip will fade. Drivers will often migrate to the middle or the high line, particularly in turn 1 and 2, while trying to stay low in 3 and 4. So we'll see that a little bit. One thing about this track is, let's look at the layout. You can see the back straight is always a curve. So there is really no straights on this entire track. And so tonight we'll see one chance at a green-white checker. AJ Brandenburg will hold on to the points lead so far. He's 2 points ahead of Matthew Bird, and Matthew is not going to be here tonight, so that's going to help his points lead. So that's some of the track info for tonight here at Chicagoland. One green-white checker rule. So if they get a caution flag in the last 3 laps, it'll most likely be a green-white checker finish. Then, if there's another caution, that's the end of the race. And we saw our Daytona race end in that way. Always something going on in our Discord right at broadcast time. I apologize for the silence there. So let's look at some of the rulings for tonight. So we've had some penalties given out for last race. So Mark Radowski will have an EOL. Shannon Milliken will have an EOL. Ben Foley will have an EOL. Ted Newman will have an EOL, and Nick Parrott will have an EOL. So those are the penalties for tonight. Sorry, there's... Our Discord is about 1,400 people, and so sometimes there is a lot going on, and I try to ignore it during the race broadcast, but sometimes we get spammers, and yeah, got to focus on that for a second. Putting it on Do Not Disturb. All right. So some favorites for tonight. I mean, it's pretty good to see Cody Johnson on the top of the board here. Is currently on pit road, and he is paying his respects to Kyle Busch, who passed away just recently, and our hearts and minds go out to the families involved. We're gonna look at that forever. Rowdy. Kyle Busch, the most winningest driver in NASCAR history. Our hearts and minds are on that still. It's a sad time for NASCAR. For some, they've said that it's kind of like when Earnhardt passed. I was young enough, I was old enough when Earnhardt passed to remember that pretty well. I was about 13 or 14 years old when that happened. And I can tell you, this one hurt just as bad. I'm not going to say it's worse or better or anything. This is just as bad as that time, because Earnhardt was an icon in NASCAR, and Kyle Busch was the same. And so it's really sad to see him go. But we will look forward to the future with Braxton Busch. We'll see what he's going to do in the future. And it'll be exciting to root him on once he gets old enough to race in the big leagues. So I was supposed to have some racing graphics for tonight for that, but I have been so busy that I have not had a chance to do that. And there's Aaron Fontaine in the Kellogg's number 50, also another tribute to Kyle Busch. He's got the rookie stripes because that was Kyle Busch's rookie scheme. And I'm going to talk to Cody Johnson real quick. Cody, what's your thoughts on the race tonight? You're first right now in practice.
Look, I don't know how I'm here. I don't know why they let me here, but I'm here. The field right now is super close. I don't honestly know how many of these guys in the bottom half of the field have done their qualifying runs. I think they're all just kind of out there doing mock race pace. It is slower than what it was in practice, though. I did notice that throughout the week. I was about a tenth faster on my qualifying run than what I am right now. But I think it's going to be a good close race here, as long as everybody respects each other and realizes the car wants to fight itself to the wall. So it should be good to watch.
Yeah, I've been looking at yours and Aaron's Kyle Busch schemes. Anybody else running the Kyle Busch scheme tonight, and you want to make any comments or anything about that?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few of us out there. Ian's got one. I know Lance Sater has one. William Bowman, or not William Bowman, somebody else has one, has the M&M scheme. There's quite a few of them out there. It was definitely a tragic loss, and not one that can be easily replaced. But hey, we'll race tonight in honor of him and see what we can do.
Absolutely. And what are your thoughts on the track? Is it loose, tight? What do you think about your odds of getting a top 5?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. Everybody's so close right now that one mistake's gonna knock you down quite a few spots. I don't have a ton of practice in behind other cars. I was kind of surprised with how aerotight it got. I knew that it would, but just how much it got. But I'm pushing pretty tight right now. Not real happy, or not real free in the rear end there. So we'll see how that progresses. But even on old tires, and I don't really get much tighter with old tires. So we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, we'll probably pull you in here during caution laps a couple times during the race. Good luck in the race, and I'll be rooting for you.
Appreciate it, buddy. Talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later. Aaron Fontaine, Justin Phoenix in the booth. How does it feel, man?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I've done some long run practice with this car, and it just keeps chewing the right front up. So I just need to figure out what's going on and kind of go from there, I guess.
Yes, sir. You're running the Kyle Busch Kellogg scheme with the rookie stripes. That was his rookie theme. You got any comments on Kyle Busch?
Arguably one of the best drivers of the 2010s. I don't think there's really any dispute of that. One of probably the best drivers of all time, if I'm being honest with you.
That is hard to argue with, honestly. And again, thank you before the broadcast. You helped me with some issues with the stream graphics and got it running. So you didn't really have to do a whole lot this time.
Well, I'm glad we got it figured out before the race started instead of troubleshooting it during it. So.
Absolutely. Well, you got any hopes on a top 10, top 5 for this race?
I hope to be there at the end. That's kind of my goal. We'll see how that kind of pans out, but hoping for the best, expecting the worst.
Absolutely. There's a big crash on the track right now. AJ Brandenburg, Joey Kuba, Ian Jesus, Tad Granger, all destroyed right now on the backstretch, it looks like.
Yeah.
So watch out for that. Good luck in the race. Hopefully you don't get caught up in someone else's mistakes tonight.
One can only hope, right? I just hope that nobody gets caught up in mine.
For sure. But we'll talk to you probably during the broadcast a little bit. So good luck.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Excuse me. Let's look at this. What happened here? Got an 8X. That's AJ Brandenburg. So while we were talking to Aaron Fontaine, he just spins it out on the apron and crashes right in front of the cars coming by. The 8 car was involved. Let's watch his perspective. Boom. Oh, okay. This is a ghost car. Ghost 4X for him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, big incident on the apron coming on the track, so we're gonna have to watch out for that. And there's the... Let's move that over there. So I apologize, but SDK has some issues. We have this thing all set up, and it seems like every week something goes wrong with it. My replay graphics are not working, so. And I can't find it, of course. I apologize. We're gonna have to just deal with it tonight. There's no graphics whenever I change in the replay. Don't know why. I can't find them. Of course, they're hidden somewhere in our chats. I'm going to take a short break before the qualifying. I'll be right back. And I am back. Sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out what happened on replay. See if get that working here. Hopefully. Oh. It's working. But I don't remember. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, everybody. I am not used to using SDK, so it is challenging to say the least to get it working right. I don't recommend it if you don't know what you're doing, and I don't. I have to have a lot of help with this. So it looks like Ross Weiss, I think is how you say his name, is on the pole position right now. And it looks like everybody except for Ed Sales and William Bowman have done all 2 laps. Actually, there's a few others that have not qualified yet. All right, so the race will begin here in just a few minutes. And my replay graphics suck right now, and I apologize. So, trying to get it working before everything gets started. But I've only got a couple minutes, so I apologize ahead of time for that. So your starting lineup, which I will have graphics for in the coming weeks, that is also a work in progress. Starting lineup: Ross Weiss, Nicholas Sikorsky, Landon Lacey, William Bowman, Aaron Fontaine, Rodney Roberts, Scott Haynes, Ian Jesus, Ed Sales, Ted Newman, Kevin Boley, Kyle Nadeau, David Nannon, Joey Kuba, Daniel Blanco, Tad Granger, Don Schleem Jr., Garrick Hubbard, Jamie Capehart, Jerry Hendrickson, Jake Raven, Lance Sater, Mark Radowski, Cody Johnson, Joe Albright, AJ Brandenburg, Shannon Milliken, Jason Cardwell, Nick Parrott. And so there's 29 cars in the field tonight. And hopefully I can get this fixed before the start. I'm not gonna have a lot of time. Shoot. Come on. I'm sorry, guys. I want to get this looking right, and I don't have a lot of time. So let's see if that looks right now. Not going to be able to right now. Shoot, can't look at it. I'm sorry. This aggravates me. I'm half in mind to just use my old program because it works better. All right. I don't know why nothing. There we go. My gosh, this is getting on my nerves. All right, Ross Weiss will lead him to the green in the 32 Tide car, so shades of Ricky Craven. Ross Weiss, Nicholas Sikorsky. Let's see if I can get the grid up here. Yeah, there we go. At least we have this. I'll have better graphics soon. Ross Weiss, Nicholas Sikorsky, Landon Lacey, William Bowman, Aaron Fontaine, Rodney Roberts, Scott Haynes, Ian Jesus, Ed Sales, Ted Newman, Kevin Bowley, Kyle Nadu. That is your top 12. All right, so we're gonna see some green flag action here in just a moment. I'm gonna see if this works. Nope, it did not work. So that is not right. I apologize. My graphics are not gonna be good tonight. So. Green flag racing. Here we go. Here at Chicagoland Speedway. They're off. Going into turn number 1, we have 3 wide already going on back here. Oh, and there's one spinning. It's the 81, the 55. Oh, it's synchronized spinning. Wow. All right, so we're gonna see what happened there. Let's look at it again because that was a bad angle. So the 50 is loose, the 81 spins. They all just spin right there at the same time. The 93's involved. There's a lot of them involved there. And the 29 and the 93 are connected together. That's not a good lap 1 for this race. All right. Well, Nicholas Sikorsky took the lead. Let's see what happened with Jake Raven. Maybe. I don't know what's going on with this. It's aggravating. Jake gets off the track. He avoids the entire incident by going in the grass. They're still crashing in the grass. The 8 got spun in the grass. And so Nick Sikorsky got the lead. And here's the replay of that. Sikorsky on the outside. He gets the lead, and then the caution comes out. Yep, that's kind of what happened there. So, looks like Don Schleem has taken a fast repair. Let's take a look at what happened to him. Oh yeah, the 8 come down on him. They're gonna go green this time by. Kuba took a fast repair. Joe Albright took a fast repair. So Sikorsky's going to lead him to the green flag. He doesn't have Matthew Bird or Thomas Coonan to race against this week, so could this be his time to win a race? Green flag. Landon Lacey's looking to the outside of the 32 of Weiss. Sikorsky took the outside line earlier to make the pass right before the caution came out. This is a good battle for second place right now. 5 laps into this race. Landon Lacey takes it all the way to the apron. That is legal here. There's no out of bounds line like there would be at a super speedway. Lacey's got the inside, Weiss on the outside. The preferred line when these tires are nice and fresh is on the inside. Now Weiss is trying to take the outside line to come back from Lacey. He's going to do a crossover, and he's on the inside of Lacey going into turn number 1. Not enough for him. He's going to fall in line, try to draft on him a little bit, going into turn number 3. Meanwhile, Sikorsky's a little more than a half a second ahead of second place of Landon Lacey. Going to ride on board with William Bowman. Sikorsky's still about 6/10 ahead of Landon Lacey. We're going to run through the field real quick to see where everybody's at. Sikorsky in the lead, Landon Lacey in second, Ross Weiss in third, Scott Haynes in fourth, William Bowman in fifth, Aaron Fontaine in sixth, Ian Jesus in seventh, Daniel Blanco in eighth, who is trying to make position on Ian Jesus. They're side by side right now for 7th, 8th, and 9th. The 81 of Sauls is going to the outside. Kevin Boley is in a Winn-Dixie car, which is a throwback. David Nannon is in 11th in the payday car. Garrett Comfort and Kyle Nadu are side by side right now. There's a good battle right here for 12th and 11th. 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 29 cars in the field today. I'm going to check out Cody Johnson right now. Riding on board with him. Normally the PRA car, but today he is riding the Kyle Busch colors. Give him a little far chase. 0.6 of a second ahead of Landon Lacey. So far, we've had one caution for 3 laps. Race length is 125 laps tonight. And you can see the track temperatures, the weather actually, not too bad today. Sikorsky's being the class of the field today so far. He's 0.7 of a second ahead of Landon Lacey. Really wants a win. Take a look at Scott Haynes. He's in 3rd. Looks like Ross Weiss has fallen back quite a bit. He is down to 6th. He's outside of the top 5 now. Aaron Fontaine is in the top 5, and that is awesome to see. And there's a caution. Let's see what happened. The 8 gets into the wall. And let's see, Lance Sater is involved in on the incident. Let's see what happens. The 40 and the 88 get together. Oh my goodness. One of the Kyle Busch cars barely missed that. That was Mark Radowski. Here's what he sees. What a avoidance. That was great. See that one more time from his perspective. He gets into the wall, which sucks. He might have to get a fast repair for that. But man, he avoided causing a worse incident there. So it looks like yep, Lance Sater was the cause of that incident. It's the second caution of the race. Now there's some coming into the pits. Let's watch this race on pit road. Looks like Lacey, Haynes, Bowman, Fontaine, Weiss, Sauls, Jesus, Foley, Nadu, Newman, Schleem, Roberts, Kuba, Capehart, Granger, Hendrickson, Raven, Johnson, Brandenburg, Cardwell, Parrott, and Milliken and Albright are all in the pits. The only ones that did not pit, Sikorsky, Blanco, Nannon, Sater, and Radowski. Race off pit road. Looks like Landon Lacey will be behind Garrick Hubbard on that exchange. Lacey will have fresh tires. They've had 17 laps so far. So he'll have 17 laps fresher tires than the top 6. Sorry, Garrick Hubbard did not pit, so my graphic was wrong on that. I apologize. So the lights on the pace car are off, so it looks like we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Nicholas Sikorsky is the leader with Daniel Blanco in the Grid Finder car in second. Going to give some time to Grid Finder. We thank Grid Finder for partnering with PRA to get this series underway, and we also appreciate everything they've done for us. I mean, they've been over backwards to help us get some things going in this league, and I really appreciate Daniel Blanco and David Nannon for all of their behind-the-scenes help. I want to thank Cody Johnson and Shannon Milliken and Joey Kuba also for all the things they do behind the scenes for this series. Kuba is the one that's been doing all of the point standings and race results for this season, and I really appreciate it because it takes a whole load off of me for him doing that. I really am thankful for it. So we're getting ready for green flag racing here once again. The second restart of the race. Here we go. David Nannon, teammates with Daniel Blanco, second, third on this start. So the Sunset Bend Motorsports guys are going to be second and third to start with Lance Sader on the inside trying to make a move, but nothing there. These two cars, the 57 and the 21, are teammates. Are they going to work together to try to get around the leader? Or are they going to actually let Lance Sader get beside of them? And they are. Sader's on the inside of Nannon to take third. They're going to, oh, there's a caution. Let's see what happened. Oh, Aaron Fontaine involved. Let's see what happened there. Take another look at it. Schleem and Fontaine just get into each other. Looks like a racing incident, but I'm not 100% sure. Capehart came back on the track. Let's look at that. Number 112. He's new to the league this race. It looks like sparks are flying. He might have a blown tire. He spins out right in front of everybody. Man, they avoided him. That was good. That was good avoidance right there. But let's get a car chase view for this incident between Fontaine and Don Schleem. Let's see what actually took place here. Here we go. Fontaine moved up. Fontaine moved up. The 02 was in line. Fontaine moved up. That's unfortunate. It kind of is still maybe a racing incident, but I'm not going to make that call on the broadcast. That will be up to the officials. We have two of them here tonight, and we appreciate their help. We're going to watch that one more time from a blimp. Here we go. I mean, it's so slight. I mean, it's in the heat of the moment. There's not a whole lot you could have done there for Don Schleem. Aaron Fontaine made him. I really can't make a call on that. If I was an official, I'd probably make it a racing incident, but I'm not, so we'll see what happens there. We're going to make it one more, we're going to watch that one more time, Aaron Fontaine. Watch it in slow motion. Do you see the groove there? Don Schleem's got about half of his car down below it. Fontaine moves all the way up into him. Yeah, I mean that's a close one right there. The 60 had nowhere to go, and he just rear ends Fontaine. They might have saved it if the 60 didn't get into both of them. But I mean, I can't fault the 60. Let's actually watch it from his perspective. We're gonna rewind it. And we're going to go like this. Oh yeah, he didn't have any time at all to react to that. My goodness. We have one lap to green. So it looks like Landon Lacey is in 5th, and he has the freshest tires of the top. The top 4 have not pitted yet. Eric Hubbard has not pitted, and he's down to 6th. Nicholas Sikorsky yet again is going to lead them to the green. We're going to get a good overview of the start. Green flag's about to wave. 3rd restart of the race. Here we go. Green flag. Lacey's going to shoot it out to the outside of David Nannon. He's in the middle groove. He's going to take 4th place from David Nannon. And now he's going to try to take 3rd from Lance Sater. Sater on the outside, Lance on the inside. Lacey on the inside. I'm sorry. And Lacey gets the 2nd place position. Daniel Blanco is playing the apron game. The guy with the freshest tires is in 3rd place now. It is Landon Lacey. It's no surprise to see him up front and moving forward. He has been dominant in the Jacob Schneider Racing team since last season and this season. He missed the race at Daytona, which put him way back in the points standings. He's on the inside of Daniel Blanco, both of them on the apron. And now Landon Lacey is going to take 2nd place. Looking at Nicholas Sikorsky. Lacey is 24th in points, so there's still a long way to go in this season. And now he's looking at the rear bumper of Nicholas Sikorsky. He's going to go to the outside. Blanco's going to try to go with him. To no avail, but Lacey is going to get the lead. Got a little loose coming off of turn 2. Sikorsky's now back to 2nd. Landon Lacey is your new leader. And he leads the 1st lap of this race. His 1st lap. And he's pulling away. He's already 4/10 ahead of Sikorsky. We have Scott Haynes now in the 25 NOS car. Is in 3rd looking for the next position up, and he has fresher tires. All those guys who have not pitted, which is Sikorsky, Blanco, Nannon, Sater, and Hubbard. They are falling back. Scott Haynes taking 2nd place from Nicholas Sikorsky. Excuse me. Now William Bowman is looking for 3rd. He's going to get it on the outside of Sikorsky. Those fresh tires are winning right now. Does Scott Haynes have enough to catch up to Landon Lacey before he gets away? He's about a 2nd back now in the NOS 25. Another Kyle Busch car. William Bowman in the 23. Haviland Taurus. Throw back to Davey Allison. Love it. One of my favorite drivers of all time. My wife just scared me. And there's a caution. Let's see what happened. Lance Sater. Oh, let's see what happened there, because we didn't get a whole view of that. So let's rewind that. The number 8 comes down. I don't know if they touched. They did get a 1X, but that spun Sater out. That's the second caution that Sater's been involved in. So let's get another look at that. I think he got bumped by the 8. The closing rate really hurt. Pat Granger, he just comes down and gives him a bump. I mean, I don't know what that was all about, but I'm sorry for the replay graphics not being centered. I tried to fix it real quick before the race started, and well, y'all got to see that live. Now we're coming down. Green caution flag pit stops. Let's see who wins the race off of pit road. Tad Granger is not pitting. Don Schleem Jr. is not pitting. Mark Radowski's not pitting. So Granger's had 16 laps on his tires. Schleem has 11 on his, and Radowski has 11 on his, and Ross Weiss has 16 on his. So he is also, he's pitting though. So there's only 3 not pitting. William Bowman wins the race off of pit road. The Haviland car will have the freshest tires going to Green Flag Racing. One more time, we will watch. There's 1 lap to green. One more time, we will watch what caused that last incident. That's it. Pat Granger now will lead them to the next green flag. Go. Green flag for the 4th time here at Chicagoland Speedway. 36 laps of 125 have been completed. Pat Granger, Don Schleem have taken off. Looks like William Bowman did not get a good start. There's going to be a battle here. Daniel Blanco now has fresh tires. The number 57 Grid Finder car is on the outside line. There's going to be a 3-wide battle here for 3rd place. Scott Haynes, William Bowman, and Daniel Blanco. Here we go, down to the start-finish line. Meanwhile, the top 2 have not pitted, and Don Schleem is going to lead some laps. Daniel Blanco's on the outside line for 4th place. He's going to try to get to William Bowman's bumper. He cuts to the inside right in front of the 25. He's going to be on the inside of the 23. And it goes up the track. He slides up. He's going to lose 2 positions, maybe even more. The 88 Napa car, Ted Newman is going to make the pass to move to 5th place. Now Blanco is in the clutches of his teammate, David Nannon. We got the Ross Weiss car, the 32 Ricky Craven scheme. He was the pole sitter of this race. Currently sitting in 8th place. The 27 of Nicholas Sikorsky's on the outside trying to make the pass to 7th place, and he's going to do it. Now the 55. I think that's actually supposed to be 97. Yep. The 97, which is showing up as 55, is Count Nadu. Michael Walker throwback. Right now, Don Schleem leads the way. 0.8 of a second over William Bowman, but William has much fresher tires. So at the end of this run, if it goes green, we might see a battle here for the lead. We're right on board with William Bowman, who is in 2nd place. He's down to 7/10 of a second behind. He is catching him ever so slightly. His last lap was 1/10 of a second faster than Don Schleem's. He's up on that wheel. You can see the car behind him. Scott Haynes in the NOS 25. We do have them all pretty well spread out up here up front, but back in the back here, there is a close battle for 5th place, all the way to 4th. Looks like Sikorsky's moving up. He's going to try to make a pass for 5th place over Daniel Blanco, and he does. Not quite yet. He's on the inside line. Blanco's going to have the speed on the outside going into the straight, which is not really straight, into the trioval. And it looks like Bowman is now 3/10 of a second behind Don Schleem. He is catching him fast. We're going to have a battle for the lead here very soon. Gonna ride on board again with William Bowman. He's got Scott Haynes behind him. Scott Haynes is on the inside trying to take that short route to get some momentum going into turn number 1. William Bowman has the speed to catch Don Schleem. He has the fresher tires, 11 laps fresher tires. Will he lead his first laps of the season? Yeah, I just had to verify the stats. William Bowman has not led a lap this season yet. He's looking for his first career PRA led lap. And it's a caution. That's going to stop it. Yellow flag. What has happened here? We have another Lance Sater incident. Meatball flag. Let's see what happened. Oh my gosh. Into the outside wall so hard. Lance Sater We're gonna watch that again because there was Rodney Roberts was involved somehow. Let's see what happens. Oh, he gets way out there to try to avoid it and hits the wall. So let's ride it on board here with Lance Sater. The 13 comes up. Sater's really not moving. The 13 just moves up right into his side. I'm going to rewind it. I'm going to see what really transpired there. Sater's on the outside. He's loose. Oh, he comes down. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then the 13's up into him. Oh, so hard into the outside wall in turn 1. Rodney Roberts was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Man, he gets unlucky so many times, and it's unfortunate. We have pitting. Don Schleem is pitting. Coming down pit road. Let's see who gets the first car off of pit road. Garrick Hubbard is not going to pit, so we might see him get freight trained here. This is going to be the race on who's going to lead some laps here because we've seen there's not a whole lot of passing for the lead. The fresh tires are winning so far, and it looks like Daniel Blanco is going to win the race off of pit road. Don Schleem second, Bowman in third, Haynes in fourth, Newman in fifth, Sauls in seventh. Sorry, sixth. And there's a whole gaggle of cars after that. So Daniel Blanco will have the freshest tires if he took 4 tires. I don't know how many tires he actually took. And we're going to talk to Landon Lacey. Hey, Lacey, how's it doing? How's it going, man?
How's it going, Justin?
Oh, you know, so far so good. You're back in 14th position. You've been hung back there for a little bit, but you had some head of steam there until the cautions started coming out.
Yeah, you know, it can't be a race with me in it without me speeding on pit road. So,
is that what happened?
Yeah, I tried flipping the strategy on tires and got to where I wanted to be, and then, you know, pit from the lead, speed on pit road. Got to do it all over again. So, hey, you got halfway through the field that run, so just do the same thing again here. Be back up front.
All right, man. Well, we're getting ready to go back green flag racing, and I don't want to distract you, so good luck getting through the field, and don't get involved in anybody else's messes.
I will try my best. Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Cody below, Cody Johnson. What's your thoughts on that last incident there, buddy?
I mean, I was following Lance there for a couple of laps, and he was taking swipes at the 112 in front of me, and then looked like he got tight and went up the track and chased me all the way down underneath the apron, and it got real loose because he packed some air on me. They're checking up for no reason here in the caution car. I mean, I hate that I got into him. I hate that happened, but at the same time, you can't be blocking like that.
Absolutely. Yep. I'll let you go, so it's green flag racing.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to Joey Kuba? We have a race for the lead. I'll look at that here in a minute. Kuba has crashed. Daniel Blanco is on the outside for the lead over Garrick Hubbard to lead some laps for the first time tonight. The Grid Finder number 57 car is in the lead. We got a battle going on here, so we'll wait and see what happened to Joey Kuba. It says that he had a black flag, so I don't know what happened there. We do have a battle back here. There's somebody into the wall. We have the 25 of Haynes getting passed by Ted Newman on the outside of the 88 Napa car. We got the 55 Napa car behind them, which is actually the 97. There's a battle now with the 95 on the high side with the dirty tires. He did not pit. There's been 14 laps since he's pitted. 19 laps, my bad. Last pitted on lap 33. He's the only one that didn't pit this last time. So we see him getting freight trained. And Don Schleem has made the pass for the lead. Is he going to lead this lap? I think he did. It's a side-by-side battle for the lead. The grid finder number 57 and the 02 Ups car. Daniel goes to the inside. Now he's going to take the lead again going into turn number 3. Schleem is now, it's getting loose there. Blanco got loose. Schleem's going to lead that lap. There have been 2 lead changes so far. I disagree with that. These two have been passing each other back and forth. And I think Blanco may have burned his tires up. Now Ted Newman is catching him. Don Schleem is now pulling away. Get an overview of all these cars back here. We got Scott Haynes in 4th. He's leading the second pack. Here in Joliet, Illinois tonight. This race has been great. There's still 28 cars in the field, 27 on the lead lap. Oh man, they are getting dicey back here for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. He was looking for the lead there before the caution flag flew. Now he's struggling with traffic. Almost 3 wide here for 6th, 7th, and 8th, and the 81 got sideways. Oh, the 23's blinking. That's never good. That is never a good time to blink as close as they are right now. The 81, the 23, they're very close. And there's a caution. AJ Brandenburg and Lance Sater. Let's see what happens. Sater just cuts down on him. Yeah, that is not Brandenburg's fault there. So let's look at it again. 40 is very erratic with his movements there. Just cuts down on the 4. That is the 4th caution that Lance Sater's been involved in. This is his Grid Finder Nostalgia Series debut. We're going to watch it one more time from this view. He's going down, he's going back up. Brandenburg's holding his line. There's nothing Brandenburg could have done there. How was he to expect the cut down like that? And that is the second time Sater's been swiping people's bumpers, so. We're going to have a race off pit road. Looks like Mark Radowski chooses not to pit. So he's going to have 12 laps older tires than everybody else, and we see that fresh tires matter a whole lot in tonight's race. Nadu is going to win the race off of pit road, followed by Don Schleem, Daniel Blanco, Ted Newman, Haynes, Lacey Bowman, Sauls, and Nannon, the top 10. Mark Radowski is going to get some laps led here under caution. This next time by, I think, will be the first time he's led a lap all season long. I'm just double checking. Yep. He has 0 laps led so far. And he's coming to the first lap led, and he gets it. Going green next time by. We want to thank our partners again here at Grid Finder. It is because of them that this series has been possible. So really special thanks to Daniel Blanco and Aiden Butler and all the group at Grid Finder for helping PRA with this series. We are under our 6th caution of the race. Getting ready to go green flag racing. Mark Radowski is going to lead them to the green for the first time in his PRA career. He has Kyle Nadu right behind him with Don Schleem, who's led a lot of laps so far. "19 laps led, to be exact. Green flag, here we go. The 6th restart of the race. And someone's already into the outside wall. Couldn't tell who that was. The 24, Landon Lacey. And Nadu has assumed the lead over Mark Radowski. The 3-wide battle here for 2nd place, 4 wide almost. Radowski's down to 2nd. We got Nadu in the 1st position in a 97, but it looks like the 55 on the screen. And for the sake of being able to call the right car, he's the 55. And there's a spin, right? Radowski's around. There's a whole lot of cars involved. All right, we're gonna have to see what took place. Let's first do it like this and see what happened. Let's rewind that a little bit because it didn't show the entire incident. All right, Radowski's scooting up and he gets in front of Blanco, and yeah. And that just caused a big chain reaction. The 24's flipping almost. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's roll it back here. I think the 25 gets involved. Let's watch from his perspective. Let's go in slow motion. Yeah, we're going to rewind that again because the incident is not showing from the time. All right, here we go, full speed. Yeah, that's just loss of control right in front of Daniel Blanco. And then there was one more that got hit there. Yeah, Scott Haynes got hit one more time, and it looked like Ian Jesus. Do it again from this perspective. The 32 of Scott. I'm sorry. Not Scott. Ross Weiss. I'm sorry, Ross Weiss. He was involved hard. Gonna rewind it. So let's watch from his perspective. He's slowing. I mean, there's nothing he could have done there. 87 was completely sideways in front of him. One last time, let's watch from Mark Radowski's perspective on the inside of his car. So he's on the outside. Just gets loose. Yeah, that's the big one. We got one lap to green here. Kyle Nadeau is going to lead them to the green. There was some good cars involved in that one. It looks like they're going to have a lot of fast repairs. Going green. Green flag for the 7th time. 66 of 125. And 59 laps remaining. Don Schleem is on the inside of Kyle Nadeau. We got Ted Newman in the other Napa car trying to close in too. Here we go. Newman on the outside of Schleem. He's trying to take second place. He's got fresher tires. Side by side for second place, going to the line. Kyle Nadeau in the 55 is leading. I know it says 97, but I'm going to say 55 because that's what's on his car. Ted Newman on the outside of Don Schleem is now firmly in second place. Can he run down Kyle Nadeau? Right on board with Ted Newman. Started in 10th position. Ted Newman is trying to run down. The two Napa cars are first and second. I don't think they're teammates. The race for first place basically, and we have William Bowman again in 4th place looking for the lead again. And look at this, Don Schleem is going to take the inside of Ted Newman for second place. He gets it. Is Ted Newman going to try to cut to the inside? No, he's going to tuck it in the back. Kyle Nadeau is not pulling away from these guys, but these four have pulled away from Sauls in 5th, who is 2 seconds back. Battling Ted Granger. Tad Granger. Still anybody's race at this point. Don Schleem trying to get back to the front. He has the second most laps led so far at 19. He's going to try the inside line. He's on the inside of Kyle Nadeau. He's going to tuck it back in behind him on the back stretch. He's got Tad Newman. Going to look to the inside of him. He's going to try to take second place and the lead. The two Napa cars are first and second again. The 55 and the 88. Don Schliem's getting a draft off the 55 to try to get back to second. William Bowman is just looking. William Bowman has the best seat in the house. If something happens to these three, he better watch out. They're 3 wide right now for the lead. Kyle Nadeau is no longer the leader. Now it is Ted Newman. The 88 Napa car passes the 55 Napa car for the lead. Don Schliem is now on the inside line. They're going to try to swap positions again. And there's a caution. One way to ruin a good race. Scott Haynes, Aaron Fontaine. Let's see what happens. Scott Haynes gets bumped, it looks like. Yep, he gets bumped by the 83. Let's look at that again. Full speed, here we go. 83 does not let up. He just absolutely takes out the 25, and that just caused the chain reaction. Fontaine had nowhere to go. We're going to watch Fontaine from the same perspective. Blanco barely misses this. Fontaine had no time to react. Let's look at this from the 83's perspective. Yeah, I mean, he just doesn't even let up. I mean, we're not even near the end of the race and you're running over top of somebody like that. That's crazy. Let's try again from... Scott Haynes has been involved in incidents that are not his own fault. A bunch this race, unfortunately. So we're going to watch it from his perspective. Don't know why it went to a different car. I'm sorry. Try that again. Yeah, I mean, he just runs over top of him. You gotta give some space there. Anyway, Ted Newman is now the leader of this race. We've had a few pit. The 8th caution of this race. We're just a little bit over halfway done. We still have a lot of time in this race. We have 50 laps to go. We can't be racing like that with 50 more laps. I mean, come on. So we have a few that had fast repairs taken this time. Kevin Bowley has got a meatball flag. Scott Haynes took a fast repair. Ted Newman is your leader. Gonna lead him to the green flag. Here we go. Green flag racing here in Joliet, Illinois. Chicagoland Speedway. We're going to have a battle back here. We got Tad Granger right on the bumper of William Bowman. The 81 of Sauls is in fourth, and the 55 is sliding into the wall. Nadu is into the wall. He is shaking it back and forth. That was a good save. Looks like there was an incident with Sauls. Let's look. Oh, Sauls bumps him a little bit. Ted Newman's your leader. He's got Don Schleem, who has been kind of the class of the field. Oh, and there's a caution. Take a look at it. Let's take a look at it again. The 33 was sideways in front of the 77 and a chain reaction. It looks like Daniel Blanco got involved. It looks like Ian Jesus, Jerry Hendrickson, Daniel Blanco, and Jamie Capehart. Let's see what happens here. Blanco had nowhere to go. The 112 car just went to the outside and blocked him. See again what happened to Ian Jesus here. He's getting loose. Yep, and he cuts down on the 77, and the 77 has nowhere to go. And then 112 gets into the 77, and all three of them get sent. Blanco is involved, smashes the outside wall. Joey Kuba barely misses that one. All right. While I have a second, I'll be right back. And I am back. Thank you for waiting. Apologize for that. This is the 9th caution of the race. We're getting ready for green flag racing once again for the 9th restart of this race. We will go green flag racing once the pace car pulls off. Green flag, here we go. Ted Newman to lead them to the line. It looks like we got a few that are scattering around there. Landon Lacey's on the inside of Tact Ranger. We've seen him involved in other people's incidents so far. He's already taken a fast repair. He's had bad luck so far this season so far. And I apologize for saying so far multiple times today. A lot of battling going on. Can't even catch it all on the stream, and it's great. The top 8 cars are within a second. Lacey is in 4th position here. He's going to have to pull in behind Sauls. I'm sorry. My graphics are not right. The ones on the stream are. For some reason, the graphics in my overlay are not overlay, but the timing is not right for a second. And we have a battle for the lead. Don Schleem is now catching Ted Newman. Nannon is going backwards. What happened to Nannon? He just left. All right, David Nannon is out, I think. Oh no, he's back. I guess he blinked really hard. I've just seen him dropping down really quickly. Yep, he blinked. So that's what that was. I apologize. I just seen him dropping real quick, and it really concerned me. I thought there was an incident. Landon Lacey is now on the inside of William Bowman. Going to take 3rd. But the stars of the race right now are these two. Oh, and they're getting close. They make contact. Ted Newman's in the wall. Don Schleem is now the leader. That may have hurt Ted Newman's car right there. He hit the wall pretty hard. And he might be a little upset with Don Schleem over that. So right now we're just single file, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Landon Lacey's falling in, pacing himself. These two up front made a mistake, and Ted Newman gets back to Don Schleem. We might have a battle. You might be seeing red. Doesn't look like it hurt his car, but there's a slow car up front of him. So far this season, every time that's happened, we've had incidents. So let's see what happens here. It is Mark Radowski, and he's going to pull it up to the outside. Oh, he hits the wall. We're going to keep an eye on this because this might be an incident. He's hit the wall 2 or 3 times on the back stretch. He cuts it down to the inside. Oh my goodness, right in front of everybody. Oh man, watch him. "35 laps to go. Ted Newman is catching Don Schleem again. His lap times are 3/100ths of a second faster. This time is 7/100ths of a second faster. Ted Newman is now to the inside of Don Schleem. The battle is on for first place. The last time these two got side by side, Don Schleem put the bumper to him. Actually, it was the side. Newman's going to take the outside line going into turn number 1. Coming out of turn number 2, he's going to be down on the inside line. He's going to have a lot of momentum going into turn number 3. These two are making a fun battle to watch right now. Lap 94 of 125. Don Schleem Jr. started in 17th, currently in 1st. The qualifying effort did not pan out the way he wanted to, but man, he's made it up front and right now has led 27 laps this time by. He ties Nicholas Sikorsky for the most laps led in this race. Next time by, he'll have the most laps led. Now this doesn't show it correctly. Actually it does this time. Normally it doesn't. Normally it shows 1 lap less than what they actually led. I don't know why. But yeah, 27 laps. Here comes the next time by. He has now led 28 laps. He is the highest. He'll have the most laps led bonus unless Sikorsky can lead another lap. 30 laps to go. Ted Newman trying to run down Don Schleem Jr. Landon Lacey has nothing for them yet. But we do have 30 laps to remaining in this race, and anything can happen. We've had multiple cautions this race. Right there, you see it. We've had 9 cautions for 26 laps. 4 lead changes is not accurate. We've had more than that, way more than that. I mean, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars that have led laps, so there's at least 9 lead changes. So that stat is not accurate. Right now we're going to move on back a little bit. Watch this battle for 3rd place. The Kursky's coming. Oh, and there's a caution that just changed everything. What happened? Nick Raven went off the track. Nick Parrott causes another incident. What in the world was that? So let's watch that again. Let's get it on the 83. Gotta find him. There he is. We'll make this so that we can see what actually took place here. Rewind it a little bit. Alright, so he got into the wall. Alright, here we go. He gets it into the wall. Coming onto the backstretch. Comes down into Jerry Hendrickson. Slams him into the wall, and which causes Hendrickson and Raven to spin it. Raven was in the grass. So that's incident number 2 for Nick Parrott. They're on pit lane. Looks like everyone is pitting. Ross Weiss gets the first pit stall where he got the pole. Don Schleem is going to be beaten. Newman beats them all off the pit road. Newman, Schleem, Lacey, Sikorsky, Weiss. Sauls beats Weiss. Bowman, Nannon, Brandenburg, the points leader, and Granger. But Ted Newman is your leader once again. 10th caution of the race. Probably not going to be the last one. It will probably go green the next time by. See right here, the lights will go off on the pace car. They do. Jake Raven barely beats him out the pits. Ted Newman has led 15 laps to this race. Hit a 14.5 pit time. God, words. Excuse me. There's the difference. 14.8 seconds on Don Schleem Jr.'s pit time. Gonna go green this time by. Get ready to watch them go to the green flag for the 10th time this race. 25 laps to go. It's now starting to be go time. I predict there will be a whole lot more cautions from now to the end. I hope I'm wrong. There's 3 wide back there. AJ Brandenburg is on the inside. That is your points leader to the number 4 car. Sikorsky's the only one that Brandenburg needs to worry about in this race, and there's a caution. Jake Raven, what happened this time? Let's see. Ian Jesus. Watch. Oh, he gets it loose right there in front of everybody. Raven goes down to the inside. Oh my gosh! Kuba just plucks him. Radowski's involved. Let's watch this a little closer. He cuts down right in front of Kuba. Well, let's watch it from cockpit view. Oh, gosh. What a hard hit for Joey Kuba. Watch that one more time. Raven did the right thing by going to the inside. Radowski was involved, but I mean, it happening right in front of him. So let's watch. He gets it loose, hits the outside wall, and then cuts it to the inside right in front of everybody. He should have stayed in the outside wall. That would have probably helped that, but Hey, I even said there'd probably be more cautions for the end of this. So Ted Newman is now followed by Landon Lacey. It looks like Lacey made a pass. Let's watch that. Made the pass on Don Schleem right before the caution came out. Right there, he makes the pass. Schleem's still trying the outside line. And the difference right there, I think, yeah, it was Lacey taking the inside line right there at the end of that, right before the caution came out. All right, we're getting ready for the green flag. Ted Newman and Landon Lacey now will lead them to the green flag. Sikorsky is, let's see, Brandenburg's in 11th. Sikorsky's in the 4th. That points battle is going to get closer. Lacey just disappeared and came back. Here we go. Green flag racing once again for the 11th time tonight. 20 laps to go. Ted Newman leads them to the green. Going into turn number 1. Landon Lacey is now running down Ted Newman. Does he have enough for him? Will there be another caution flag to slow him down again? We shall see. Sikorsky is doing a points race right now. He's got enough over Brandenburg to gain a lot of points on him. There's only a 19-point difference. 21-point difference between Sikorsky and Brandenburg. And I think with Sikorsky leading last, Brandenburg not. Right now, Sikorsky might be our point leader after the race, if he finishes where he's at. Hey, there's someone in the wall. It's the 32. Landon Lacey is now right up on Ted Newman. These top 4 cars have been the ones to beat all race long. Sikorsky might be losing a position to Sauls. Lacey's down on the apron. He's going to try the inside of Ted Newman. And there's another caution. Man. Scott Haynes. What happened? See what happens here. Oh, it wasn't Scott Haynes. Blanco. So let's see what happened here with Blanco. Oh, the 67 just spins the 57. Try that again. Yeah. Oh, I think it's reading. Oh, actually, sorry. Watching from that position, it could have been the 57. We're going to watch that again in slow motion. 57's on the outside, 67 on the inside. Jason Cardwell. I'm going to watch that again. I mean, yeah, Cardwell was holding his line. Blanco came down. That destroys him and Scott Haynes' cars. Both of them have already taken fast repairs, so that's probably the end of their races. Unfortunately. So, a lot of cars have been involved in incidents tonight. And going by incident points, the one with the most right now is 22 incident points for Ian Jesus. So, got a lot going on in this race. 12th caution. Kind of looking like the previous 3 races. Brandenburg's down to 17th now. He's going to lose a lot of points on that unless he pitted just now. Let's see. He did not pit. But how did he lose those positions? I guess he did pit. I don't know. Yeah, here's his pit stop. Lost a lot. So he did pit. I don't know why my graphics says he didn't. But okay. We're going to go green flag racing this time. Landon Lacey does he have enough to run down Ted Newman in this caution fest of a race? Flag racing once again for the 12th time. Pace cars off. We are green flag racing here at Chicagoland Speedway with 21 cars on the lead lap. We got some side-by-side action back here. Mid 6-7. I see Cody Johnson in the PRA car has made it to 10th. And this is 11 laps to go. Ted Newman and Landon Lacey. They have pulled away from 3rd place Don Schlame. Nicholas Sikorsky right now, as it finishes, will probably be the points leader at the end of this race if there's nothing else that happens. Right now, with 9 laps to go, Landon Lacey's reeling Ted Newman in. Ted Newman looking for his first career PRA victory. Landon Lacey looking for his third. Fourth, I don't remember. He has 5 wins, so he's looking for his 6th win. All of his wins so far have come on short tracks. Can he do it with 7 laps to go here at Chicagoland? Can he get a win at a speedway? We're going to stay locked to the top 2 right here for the rest of this race unless something crazy happens. This is the race for the win. Sikorsky has fallen back to 7th. He's losing valuable points here right at the end, and there's a caution. Cody Johnson's involved. He gets into the wall. I don't see what happened there. Jake Raven was involved. Pat Granger's involved. So let's see what we see right here. Oh, he just cuts up. So let's ride on board with him. Oh yeah, he gets right into the outside, into the left side of the 67, and that was it. Go back again. And it's Jason Cardwell. Yeah, Granger just pulls up into him. Nothing that Cardwell could have done. David Nannon was involved. And you'll see right here how Nannon was involved. He's on the outside. There was nowhere for him to go. Everybody else seems to avoid it pretty good. Cardwell's been involved in a few incidents that weren't his own fault. So we have the 13th caution of the race. Again, we want to thank our partners at Grid Finder for making this series possible. The Grid Finder Nostalgia Cup Series, the Gen 4 NASCAR Cup cars. This has been a great series so far, 2 seasons in. We're now 4 races in. I won't be able to broadcast next week. Hopefully somebody else can, but if not, I will be back in 2 weeks after that, because I'm going to be off for 2 weeks. And so, let's see here. I won't be here for Kansas or Charlotte. So I'll be back for June 22nd, Sonoma's race. So I won't be able to broadcast the next 2 weeks. Hopefully somebody can get a backup broadcaster. If not, we won't be live for the next 2 weeks. And I'm sorry for that, but real life issues take precedence. So we will be back in the 3rd week at Sonoma, live here on PRA Network. Maybe there might be somebody live on Grid Finder between them with the Kansas and Charlotte race. But if not, we will see you at Sonoma here live. I do these broadcasts for free because I like to do them and I enjoy it. So I am not a professional broadcaster, so if I make mistakes, just deal with it. If you guys want a better broadcaster, you're going to have to get one. We're going green flag here for the 13th time. 13th restart of the race. Green flag. And we're going to have a battle right off the bat between these two. 2 laps to go. Ted Newman, Landon Lacey, Don Schling, the top 3. Does Landon Lacey have enough? We have cars going off the track. Will it be a caution? White flag. They're going to finish this race under green. Ted Newman, Landon Lacey, Don Schliem's hoping for a mistake. There's a big bunch of cars back there all together. But we're focused right now on Ted Newman, Landon Lacey. Is Ted Newman going to get his first career PRA victory right here at Chicagoland Speedway? We come to the checkered flag. Ted Newman wins it. His first career PRA victory comes at Chicagoland Speedway. And there are incidents happening on the track. See that again. That was after the race was over. So, but again, Ted Newman gets his first career PRA victory. So I'm going to get these guys in for an interview. Ted Newman burning them down. All right. First one we're going to get is Don Schleem. Finishes 3rd place in tonight's race. Don Schleen, can I get your name? Am I saying it correctly?
Yes, you are.
All right, I've been struggling with your name since race 1, and I'm thankful that you got a podium now that I can actually talk to you. Hey man, that was a good race. You got 3rd place. You led the most laps of the race. Well, actually, Ted Newman took that from you at the end. But you had a solid race, 32 laps. Give us your thoughts of the race.
Well, I needed to go green, and then I had it. But you know, it's what it is. You know, still got 3rd. Just I was trying to save tires while pushing at the same time. Those 2 3 places. We'll just have to work on that. But yeah, finally was able to keep the car clean for the rest of the race, except for that one back. But it is what it is.
Yeah, you had to use the fast repair early. Did your strategy change once that took place?
Yeah, yeah. Tad and I were in the Discord, in the sense of in Discord, and we're just like, yeah, we're both saying that. It was just, once I did that, I was just, able to actually utilize it and keep, as long as I kept it clean, it was
Man, it's your best finish of the season so far, and it's a good points day. What are your thoughts going on to the next week at? I already forgot where we're going.
I think it's Kansas.
Yes, Kansas. Sorry.
Yeah. Same thing. Hopefully, we get longer sled runs. Just work on that, and just keep it clean. That just seems to be the motto of this series. And then same thing. Charlotte, I won the pre-race or the preseason race. So looking forward to that one in a couple weeks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be here for the next 2 weeks for broadcasting, so you might win a race off the broadcast. But hey, man, so far so good. Thanks for racing with us here at PRA. You want to make any shout-outs before we move on?
Yeah, thanks to PRA. Thanks for David for recommending this series and Coast Sunset and Noah Sports.
Yes, sir. Well, we thank you for racing with us, and good luck next week at Kansas.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we will now talk to 2nd place. Landon Lacey, 2nd place. Did you have anything for Ted there at the end if it would have went green?
If we could have got a long enough run, maybe. I've never been good on short runs. I always need them to kind of play out. Didn't really get a lot of that there at the end, so that kind of hurt me there. Yeah, and plus the dirty air there at the end. I didn't really like the line he was running where he was entering up high and coming down. I didn't like that line. I preferred crap at the bottom, but yeah, didn't have enough momentum on the trade runs to try anything.
Yeah, lap 63, you were in the big one. You had to probably take a fast repair after that one, right?
I did. I thought I had that cleared, and then as soon as I got in the gap, I saw the 87 car coming down toward me, and I was praying that I would miss it, but he caught me right in the rear tire. Almost flipped me over.
Yeah.
Up on 2 tires, and, I was like, well, here we go. Ricky Bobby moment right here. And, no, we got the fast repair done. Man, all race for me, like pretty bad. Luckily, he started up front at the beginning of the race, and then put myself, got on a different tire strategy, drove back up to the lead, got the speed from the lead up to the back, drove back halfway through the field, got caught up in the big one, and then, got back up to 2nd. So, overall, for the night that I had, I'm very happy with it. It's nice to have the momentum rolling even after a week off. So hopefully we can take that into Kansas next week.
Yes, so far you've come up with 0 in the win column so far this season. And it's the first time Jacob Schneider Racing's been winless. What are your thoughts going into next week at Kansas? Because I won't be broadcasting. I won't be here. Hopefully there'll be somebody that can do that. But will you win one off the broadcast?
I don't know, because I'm just gonna throw the Jacob Schneider warning out to the whole field for next week. If he finds out it's not broadcasted, he might not come. He might wait another week, but he's planning on being back next week. So don't know. It's gonna be hard for me to get some wins if he comes back. So we'll see. I'm excited and happy to. Hopefully we can. I know I missed Daytona. Hopefully we can keep the good runs going, gather up some points here, and possibly fight for this championship here at the end of the season.
Yeah, you missed the Daytona. Also missed getting a last place provisional for that race too. So you got to fight from the back. You were 24th in points coming into tonight's race. That's your lucky number, since that's the number you run. So maybe it's up from here.
Yeah. Also didn't have a good, the first race. After Daytona, we also ended up on the hauler, so that's probably didn't help at all either. But the last 2 races we've had top 3 finishes, so hopefully we can carry that on into next week.
Yes, sir. You want to make any shout-outs before we move on, buddy?
Oh yeah, always. Shout out to Jacob Schneider Racing. Hopefully he'll be back with us next week. If not, possibly the week after. Always check out Jacob Schneider Racing on out on YouTube. We were racing this week. We had a week off last week. And we'll be racing basically every weekend this month in June. So a lot of content coming out over there. So make sure to check it out. Thank you to everybody over here at PRA and with the Nostalgia series. All the admins, you for broadcasting, everybody that puts us on, all the guys that come out every week. Man, we've had some good fields here this season, and it's really nice to see. I mean, we had good fields last season too, but looking bigger on numbers, average wise this year. So that's good to see.
Yep.
Hopefully these guys will keep showing up and we can keep putting on some good races. Other than that, thank you to everybody that's got to be here this morning.
Absolutely, and we thank you for racing with us. We thank you for helping us and partnering with us in our short track league, and appreciate you being with us, Landon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate being here.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. I'll see you there.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too.
And it looks like we do have the new points leader, but we don't have the race winner for an interview. So, Nicholas Sikorsky, how's it going? You are now the points leader here in the Grid Finder Nostalgia Series unofficially. We'll get the official results later tonight. But man, you've been pretty consistent. You had the most laps led in the first part of that race. Is there anything you could have done different to get a better finish?
Probably take that time. I stayed out. I think I wanted to change up and get I figured it would down that at the end, but just didn't happen that way. Got down toward the end. It became more of short runs, and just didn't favor me too well there. So.
Yeah, I mean, you still had a good race. You still led 27 laps, and you got the bonus points for that. So you basically got 5th place points, even though you finished 6th. But AJ Brandenburg, the points leader, was several positions back, and you started dropping there at the end.
Yeah, just once I got, I had tagged the outside wall and I got a little bit of damage, and I'm thinking that just affected my arrow. So I was kind of fighting the car. I do want to say I apologize for I think it was bad the car. dove in really hard in 3. And, I don't know if I split up or not. I definitely contacted him. I don't know how much that affected his race, but I didn't apologize for that. But yeah, towards the end it was really hard. Just because, 2-3 laps caution, 2-3 laps caution. It was all about the mistake.
Yeah, basically the drag race there at the end over and over again. So it was fun to watch from the broadcast. Probably not so fun from the seat of the car, but hey, still good finish, top 10 finish, points day for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was going to be a point leader after I finished there.
It's unofficial, so we'll make sure.
Slow and steady wins the long race, I guess.
Yes, sir.
See what happens next week.
All right. Well, you got any thoughts on next week at Kansas?
No. I think you know, I'm all right in Kansas. It's my favorite track, but you know.
Yes, sir. You want to make any shout-outs before we go? All right. Well, we appreciate you racing with us, and it's fun to watch you out there. And good luck next week. We won't be on the broadcast live unless we get a broadcast, because I won't be here. But hopefully you can get yourself a win and secure yourself in the points lead.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. We'll see you soon. And with that was Nicholas Sikorsky. And I haven't heard from Ted Newman. I've tagged him a few times. And he is a first-time race winner here in PRA. In the 88 Napa car. Just hoping to see, he started in 10th, finished first. Just waiting to see if he gets in the Discord. We can do an interview. Daniel Blanco, Grid Finder. Hey, you're live on PRA on Twitch and on Grid Finder on YouTube. I can't get a race winner interview, so I thought I'd pull you in here and get final thoughts.
It was a rough race for me, man.
I know.
I thought the racing itself was great. I did anticipate that we would have a lot of incidents, just with how gripped up these cars were. Like they were just on rails, and you could use so much of the track. So I'd have to say that the first half of my race was great. I had a great time battling with, oh my god, with Dawn. Do you remember the battle with Dawn?
Yes, I do. Yeah, it was fun to watch.
I actually go back and I gotta watch. It was so fun, but I was up there. I was on 2 tires at the time, so I just feel like I didn't have the bite to run the low line quite like you did. So at that time, I was trying to contemplate whether we were going to get a long run and if I was going to try running or not. But I just tried to run this tire track and see if I could. I guess work my way forward with just running the 2 tire strat for that segment, and it got me up there. Like I got the track position I needed, but I think there was, I feel quite bad for it. There was a yellow where Nelson got a little loose, but I was trying to stay out of the throttle as much as I could, but he washed up and I ended up turning him around in front of the guys. And, I only saw that that feels bad. I think that's gonna have to be on me. But I don't know, man. My race was tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was tough, but the racing was great though. Like when the racing was good, it was great.
It was definitely fun to watch from the booth as usual. 29 cars in the field, so we're still 4 races into the season, and we're still almost 30 cars per race. So that's pretty good when compared to last season.
Yeah, it is. I think I'm actually really impressed. You know, we got some new members this week, and it looks like they had some fun. Who ended up winning? Ted?
Yeah, Ted Newman. Yeah, Ted Newman and Landon Lacey raced
had
it
a
to the
great
end.
race. Ted had a great race. Don had a great race. Oh my gosh, Ted got 4th. Ted and Ross, what? That's fantastic. he beat Landon. Ted beat Landon. were they on the same? Car?
Yes, they were.
So Ted beat Landon straight up.
Yep.
That's a big win for Ted. Good for them.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty pumped up for him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious how it was for you. I feel like I didn't really see too many of the incidents. I was really happy with once we got going and racing. And I was when I was fighting with Don there, I was smiling ear to ear, and I actually was hoping that that's my honestly, I didn't really think I had much of the front runners. I was happy that I was able to get some time up there. I was certainly trying to find some speed and drive some different lines. I feel a bit liquid, I think, a little bit. I kind of got caught up in some stuff there. But at the same time, I was being aggressive, trying to, maintain track position. I don't know, man. I just thought that maybe I had a shot this one, so I drove hard, brother. Sounds like good. But where did Don go? Don got 3rd. Don ran a good race. Good for him, man. Him and Tad and Landon. I don't know. They raced so hard and fair. I mean, honestly, it was most of the field I don't want to see going nuts out over anyone. Like William drove a great race. My buddy David had a great time. Eric too. I didn't really get to race around Hendrick too much, but he's usually a hoot to drive with. Kate Hart came back, had a great finish. Now Nadu, brand new to the league. Like, all these guys got top 10 finishes, damn it. I was sitting at the back watching the end of the race.
Well, you got involved in a lot of incidents that weren't your own doing. It was attrition in this race, just like it has been all season long so far.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, I wasn't anticipating going in before I drove it. I didn't think Chicagoland would be. The cars were so gripped up. They were so fast. So, or just very fast. I think they're going to be closer than they anticipate. Like the field will be closer.
Yeah.
I really feel like our coach's briefing, like the one that Aaron wrote up, I really feel it didn't quite point out that these things will be fast, and you're gonna need to, like, if you don't have that anticipation, if you don't have those skills kind of built up yet, it's gonna sneak up on you when you guys all pinch up off the corner, and we're all heading towards turn 4 wall and down the front stretch, and I just feel like it was kind of gonna happen, but I only got that after we practiced, so I had a blast when I was running with people, and trying different things on restarts. I mean, trying to figure out what the other guys were doing, because I'm not really good at saving tires, so I was trying to move around and find where find where everything was, and I really felt like after the run against Don, I had it. But man, that Don and Ted beat me. Great run there. Wow, I really wanted to be a part of that. At the end, I gotta stop thinking about it. But hey, I mean, everyone had a great race. I think there was a few people that might be struggling just with the car a little bit, and I'd love to try to help them get comfortable a little bit. But it was fun to be part of.
Well, if you watch the broadcast back, there was a lot of times where I was shouting on the edge of my seat because it was 3 and 4 wide a lot of times. Especially there for the top 5, man, it was always a battle, and it was good to see. Hard to see you get involved in a bunch of incidents that weren't really your own, because it was really cool to see you up there in front and racing with Don. But you got any final thoughts for the broadcast for Grid Finder?
Well, yeah, I had to take a big breath there, because there were a few incidents that I wish I really feel like were avoidable. I'll say that about that and go off for the rest of the night. But being that I represent the Grid Finder car, keep stay even keel on this race. But I sure do hope that it was awesome to watch. It was awesome to lead some laps. I saw that, you know, your PRA guys, like, they did great all night. You know what I'm saying? So your boys had some speed tonight. That was really cool to see. The field was so much fun. So many fun people. So final thoughts. I'm excited to be racing again. That was a long week off. I love what you guys do. And I always watch the broadcast back, so I always do. Sometimes I watch it immediately because I can't sleep after these things because I'm always objective.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. So, like, you know, there's a lot of guys that put this together. You, David, Cody, Shannon, Aaron, gosh, I'm forgetting one, Joey. Then there's the officials, and the guys that came in. You know, we had quite a few guys come in. We have Edwin Ross, Kyle. There's another guy I can't think of right now, Jamie, I think. So I know I had to point those guys out because they're all brand new. So thanks for all your hard work. But for me, it was really nice to put the Grid Finder car back up towards the front. At some point, I'm gonna freaking cross the line. I don't know when, but at some point it's gonna happen, Justin. I'm gonna burn her down once I get done.
Yep, and we'll watch that. And just so you know, I'll be gone for the next week or two, and so I won't be able to broadcast Kansas or Charlotte. But hopefully, you guys can get a replacement for me for at least the Grid Finder side. If not, you might win a race off the broadcast.
I sure hope. Kansas is next, you said? Okay.
Yeah. Kansas, then Charlotte.
Deep breath, Justin. That one's going to be another good one. Charlotte, I'm not looking forward to. I always find a way to end up in the wall there. But okay, so yeah, that's right. You're gone for a little bit. Well, we'll try to figure that out for the next couple of weeks. I really appreciate you do this for us, man. I hope you had fun. I can't wait to kind of recap it. Kind of see what we can do differently and who we could help. But yeah, man, I'm just glad that got 5 extra bonus points. That's pretty cool. And when I was up there, it was a hell of a battle.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. And again, we thank you for partnering with us and getting this thing to actually happen. Hopefully, this season's proof that we can do another season and have a season 3 here in the near future and do it all over again.
No, I'm already thinking about season 3, brother. I'm excited. This is a great grid, a great grid, and a great group of guys. So yeah, I'm not letting off the loud pedal. We're gonna keep this going as long as we can, for sure.
Yes, sir. Well, we thank you, Daniel, and we appreciate you being here with us and helping get this thing put together. And we'll see you in a couple weeks, or maybe next week, depending on if you get a broadcaster or whatever. For you know, I guess most of the Grid Finder guys, it'd be like 2 o'clock in the morning for them. So good luck with that.
I'll try to see who I can pull out of the bushes, see if they can help us out. I might got some tricks up my sleeve. But yeah, man, thanks for the shout out. Thanks for all your hard work. We'll talk soon.
Yep, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
That was Daniel Blanco with Grid Finder in the Grid Finder car, and this was one exciting race. It was fun to broadcast, but we never got to interview him, but for the first time in Ted Newman's career, he gets a PRA victory, and he crosses the line in first. And so with that being said, let's see the final results. I want to thank Aaron Fontaine for getting this for me. And so here are the final results. You see Ted Newman, Landon Lacey, Don Schleem, 1, 2, and 3. We got a hard charger for Shannon Milliken, who gained 17 positions. I'm going to get this graphic for my own SDK soon, so this will be awesome to have without having to have Aaron make it for me. We had 13 cautions, 7 different leaders. I'm telling you, there was more than that because I'll just count it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 leaders in the race, so there had to be at least 9 different lead changes. And so I don't know what is up with SDK on that. It always shows that there's only a few lead changes when there's actually way more. But we see AJ Brandenburg was the points leader, and he's a few points down from Nicholas Sikorsky. The unofficial points leader is Nicholas Sikorsky, but we will get the actual points results for the next time we are on the broadcast. which will be 3 weeks from now. But if you are following our Facebook, following our Discord, those results will be posted. So thank you all for watching. Again, this is Justin Phoenix with PRA. I'm solo in the booth again this week, and it was an awesome time here at Chicagoland Speedway at Joliet, Illinois. Ted Newman with his first PRA victory. We didn't get to talk to him, but we appreciate him racing with us, and it was a good race to watch. And so with that, we'll see you next time whenever we're on broadcast again. I don't know when that'll be. I'll be back for Sonoma, but if we get a broadcaster between now and then, hopefully we'll be live there. But thank you all, and we'll see you next time.